Hello everybody, welcome back to Minecraft on the Block, the TerraFirma project. The Taggart projects. TerraFirmaCraft. This is now beta 2, build 47C, but don't worry, I haven't actually updated the world. White cedar, I really like white cedar, so I'm going to take some of these with me. I am actually just out hanging out, exploring my world, and trying to gather enough metal to make a tool. That's my major... Ooh, see that? Sphalerite. I found some sphalerite right around here. You can see I put a waypoint. And now I'm just running around picking up rocks like I'm a little kid. It's insane. It's changed the world. This is the reinvigorated TerraFirmaCraft Let's Play because it is just so much freaking fun. The sea changes. So let me go ahead and I want to finish getting this. I want to get a couple of saplings. I just like this wood to build with, so I'm going to take some with me. I like to at least be able to put up some... I have a little temporary mine. You guys saw that, I think, at the end of the last episode, or at least I was starting that. I don't know if maybe I wasn't, but we'll see it here shortly. Yeah, it's just a good-looking wood. Okay, so let's do I'm going to get a couple more while I'm talking. So, changes. Douglas firs will now use the new tree shape when growing from a sapling. So apparently they were generating in the world with the new Douglas fir tree shape, but not from a sapling. Didn't know that. Placing unshaped metal into the fire pit with no molds beneath it will no longer cause it to disappear when it reaches the boiling points. Instead, it will just drop into the lower slot. So that's actually good. Let's see what else. Add an alert to temperature readout to let you know when you're within 10% of the boiling point. That's awesome, so that you don't have to worry about things boiling too quickly. When you get to 10% or within 10%, you can make your adjustments there. Did I get any more of those saplings? I didn't. These saplings are kind of rare, it seems like, which is too bad, because I love these trees. So that means there we go. Need to have a couple of them at least so I don't run out of them as soon as I bring them back. Okay, what else? Fire pit now uses a search algorithm similar to the tree felling, which allows it to support charcoal pits of varying shapes and sizes up to 25 meters wide and 13 meters tall. In order to start charcoal process, a lit fire pit simply needs to one log pile on top of it. The fire pit must still be lit at the base of the charcoal pile. So the charcoal pile is now, the charcoal just gets spit out now into the world, and the charcoal pit goes away. Once it's completed, because it can't hold that much charcoal. So that's really cool. That will allow us to make, I think what it's saying is we'll test this. It'll allow us to make really small and really big charcoal pits. So we will test that theory pretty soon, because we'll probably want to make a pretty small one. There we go. That's good. A couple of those. Take a little bit more of this wood with me. Oh, that was kind of cool. Got both those trees. Let's see, what can we get rid of here? Probably, I'm going to keep that. I'll get rid of the flower. Okay. So yeah, anyway, you can tell, I'm just kind of, it's probably because I'm doing a horrible job in commentary. My commentary is going to get worse, but the game is more fun. I seriously, I'm just running around picking up rocks like a little kid. You can see that I've got 8 sphalerite. I probably need 15 of those. I accidentally brought my 10 with me, but I found a couple of sphalerite deposits here, and you know that there's sphalerite below because when you find it in a rock, you will have sphalerite probably within the pro-pick distance. I'm guessing it's probably similar to the pro-pick algorithm. I don't know that for a fact, but that would be my guess. And so I was really kind of looking for casterite, because the problem is there's so many different ores in the world that yeah, but we do. It's probably just copper, sphalerite, and cassiterite are probably the ones that it regurgitates off of the surface. So anyway, I'm just trying to get enough of one of them to make a pickaxe, and then I can go mining a little deeper for some cassiterite back around my home. But it's just made, to me, it's made the world so much more fun to just roam around in. You know, it used to be just so stressful trying to figure out, how am I going to find cassiterite? What's my plan? You know, now, we're still going to have that. We're still going to want to casterite mine, but it's not going to hold us up as much. I think it's a good move. Let's see. Mudstone. Certain rocks obviously still not going to be useful for finding ores, I think. I don't think any of that has changed. I don't know that it's randomly going to give you casterite when there's no casterite containing stones around, right? So it may be that this is a futile exercise, grabbing mudstone. But I don't really know that for a fact, so I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, so what else? I'm really looking forward to the new building stuff with the planks and all that. That's going to be awesome. Ooh. That's something new. Cassiterite, perhaps. Oh, sphalerite, it only stacks 8. So, let's do this. So that means that other piece is probably going to have it. I'm just putting all of the waypoints. This is going to get out of control, but this should probably have some. Nope. That means that probably this way does. Nope. It's difficult to tell. Usually, I did find if there's enough of a cassiterite deposit, then more than one of the rocks around it, because I think if there's cassiterite there, if there's a deposit, you will get the stone, or at least I've gotten really lucky in some cases, because I've had it hit 4 or 5 in a row. That's how I got about 5 of these. So I got 9 right now. So yeah, I realized that I probably need to break away and do some of this off camera. There we go. Let's see. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of come back and let you guys know what I'm doing and that I'm super excited. So what I'll do is I'll continue to try to get maybe like 15 or 20 of some type of metal and get us back to the house, which is now, let's see, hold on just a sec, let me sleep. And then we'll get rid of some of these other waypoints and I will see how far away our temp mine is. It's one of those, so if I was to look at the waypoints and get rid of a bunch of these. I didn't turn it off, did I? I must have. I did. Brilliant. So it is 600 meters away, so I'm not that far. You go a lot slower when your head is at the ground. And the other thing that I'm constantly doing is getting grass now so that I can grab some seeds. I've only got 4 of them, and it's kind of rare to find seeds. It's something I've definitely noticed. So anyway, I'm spending a lot of time looking down and getting dizzy, which which is fun for some reason. So I will be back. I'm going to keep doing this. There's some more. That one didn't have it. Let's see. Map. Waypoints. For now, I'm just basically turning them all on because I really kind of want to know. So where did I find that one? The closest is a little ways off, so I'm going to probably mark that. I'll probably regret this, but there we go. All right, I will be back, guys, and hopefully we will have metal tools in our near future. I will see you in just a few minutes. All right, guys, I'm actually back for a quick check-in. I wanted to tell you, I'm really excited about this. I found some bismuthinite, which would be awesome, because if you remember, we used that to make some copper or some bismuth bronze or something at one point. Found a few more cassiterite. This is actually a big area full of cassiterite. So what I was actually considering doing, since I brought this with me, was just going ahead. I think I've got everything that I would need to get myself a... yeah, this is a good spot. We could do like another little temporary mine setup right here. I think I've got everything I would need to get myself a pick. Let's see, what is this? I'm kind of trying, now I'm full of junk. I found that granite area. Chalk, I'm not that into. What I probably should do is take these and turn them at least into... There we go. Well, yeah, we can deal with that later. So, ooh, what was that? That was cassiterite. Yeah, there's a ton of cassiterite around here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I need. I think I've got another, there's another piece. Let's see. I found a lot. This whole area, I found 3 pretty, well, what I thought were kind of separate pieces, or separate veins, but look at that. So this is excellent. Get rid of that. Quite a bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I just wanted to show you that. The bismuthinite really interests me, having that close by. So I think I'm going to set up shop for down kind of in that little mini valley area, a quick There's some more. Man, we're getting a lot. This is perfect. So this is going to be our spot, I think. This may even just be, we may get lucky enough to have this be our kind of our cassiterite mine. But I will work on a little mini shelter. Ooh, see, there's some more bismuthenite. I'm telling you, this is awesome. I'm like a kid in a candy store. So let me continue to do this, get set up, and I'll come back and show you what I've got. I'll be right back. All right, guys, quick check-in again. I am just digging everything about this. So I found a peat bog. It's the first time I'm really going to be using peat. I've never really used it before, but it feels, again, well, and I just killed one cow and got 15 leather and 37 beef. So this whole thing about the resources being valuable is starting to make sense to me. I really, well, I mean, it's always made sense, but it's starting to really come to fruition. Let me go show you what I did. Hopefully I can find it. Just a sec. My kid's calling me. Let me see. I'm kind of curious about what's over here now all of a sudden, because that looks like a pretty sweet cave. We'll have to go check that out. Let's see. Whoops. Let's see. That's the one. There's my mine camp. And yeah, it's just, there's something about this hole. It's just really, really making sense. So this is my little mine camp. I've built this out of cobblestone. What I almost blocked myself in here because I was going to use cobblestone to block the door, and then I wouldn't have been able to get out until I had a. Okay, so there we go. Actually, you know what? Let's skip that. Let's use peat. I don't know what that's going to do. I'm going to melt this into that once I get the rest of this smelted down. And I want to make a bellows. So anyway, I wanted to see how the peat would do and what it would do as far as heat, but looks like I got to go and take care of some stuff, so I'll be right back. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of show you guys the progress and what I'm doing. Found a little bit more bismuth too. I got 6 of those, so we're making progress. This is a sweet little spot. I mean, I got clay, and I'm planting some white cedars and used those in here. Again, I just love the look of those. Those are a good looking support. So anyway, I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back real quick doing a little check-in. So I've smelted this stuff down into that much. That took, I think, like 7 pieces, and I'm smelting this, and this, the idea is that this should melt down into here. Peat is and I think I'm supposed to get back the mold now, which is nice. So that should happen right about now. And it turns out that peat is actually a very reasonable, that's excellent. You know what I just realized though? Yeah, I can make a scribing table with that. That's good. Okay, so we only basically need probably 1 or 2 more of those. Let's go ahead and do that. Get one of them going. Peat is a reasonable fuel. I had like 50 something, and I've smelted like 7 or 8. This, I mean, it's definitely, I found a peat bog. If you can find a peat bog, it's a way to go. Let's see if I can possibly remember. Oh, I don't have any feathers. I was trying to leave those chickens alive, but one of them is going to have to die. Let's go. And my white cedars are growing, which is excellent. I was leaving that chicken alive so I could just pick up eggs, but I need... I've noticed that chickens... I heard one. Where's he at? Chickens don't drop more meat than they used to, but they definitely drop more feathers. So I'm addicted to picking up rocks now. It's like I just can't stop myself, because you're like every one could potentially get you closer. So I really like, I've said this 100 times probably already, but I'm really liking the changes. It's very fair. It makes the game hard at the beginning again. Like we haven't even broken a piece of stone yet, right? I mean, that's a significant difference. But at least you know that you're going to find stuff, right? That there's hope. At least you know there's hope. And it just kind of changes the whole beginning of the game. I like making it harder again. We have to have a pickaxe to do anything. But then like things like the anvil, I forgot to show you that. I have to get a plan or else I'm not going to be able to make a pickaxe head. So that's worthless. So I need a scribing table, which means there we go. You better. he better have dropped at least one feather. I don't think he did. It looks like he didn't drop anything. Oh, no, there we go. Excellent. Yeah, see, that's a stack of feathers. 7 of them. Not bad for that. But still just one piece of chicken. Yep. Okay, so we'll go back. I might need to look up the recipe. This is where I've been finding bismuth on this side. So I've definitely been getting every one of the... I hope it's not too quiet, too. It feels like maybe I'm a little quieter than normal. I'm not sure why that is. But it does feel that way. So yeah, we have everything we need. We're in a really good spot. Let me show you a couple of things. We're probably already at a full piece. Nope, not quite. We need one more. So that's good. Let me see if I can wing this. I thought it was something like... What is it? There's... I think I have to have stone. Let me go check that. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, well I was wrong to begin with, and I'm missing one other thing. So I need a piece of paper. We now use planks instead, which is nice, and a feather. There we go. So that's good. That's a step in the right direction. And then we need some, let's see, there we go. Some markings, and we need a pickaxe head. Excellent. Excellent work. Let me throw that down for a sec, put some of this stuff away. I need to plant some willows, although there are willows close by and all over the place. So that's getting hotter. That's interesting. So just having it in there in the bottom keeps getting it hotter, which is really good to know. One more piece of cast should do it. So now let me show you this. I made a hammer, just a regular stone hammer like we always make. And you come over here and you click on the top and you get an anvil. And then, bam, back to an anvil. So that's excellent. Yeah, that's excellent. So that's my anvil right now until I get... And I can do it anywhere, right? I mean, just any piece of... Huh. That's interesting. Why I can't do it on that one, I don't know. Maybe only certain types of stone? Yeah, it must be. Has to be the right type of stone. So this is definitely a different type of stone than that. Like, that's chalk, I think, and this is... Who knows? Rhyolite, maybe? So it works on rhyolite, but it does not work on this. That's really interesting. Good to know. But anyway, point being that if you get the right kind of rock, anything is an anvil. Which makes a lot of sense. Loving the peat. Loving everything. I don't know how many times I have to say that before you guys believe me. So this is going to make, I mean, this makes everything a lot more... apparently all the metal tools have higher use rates, more uses. More max uses, I guess, at least. Here we go. This should be it. This should get us very close. Man, that is getting hot. Hopefully it goes back down. I think it goes back down to very hot. It does. That's perfect. Still one more. Dang it. Man, we use so much. I'll bet we had, what did we have? 5, 7. Well, maybe it is close to 15, actually, now that I think about it. We'll get it perfected later, but that is critical. That speeds up the process a lot, the bellows. Let's see, let's put some more of this stuff away. The peat, I'm loving that. I'm telling you what, I could not be happier. I just feel like it's a new game again. I'm back to just loving this game. Or this mod, I guess. Let's see what else we got. I think that's probably about it for the short term. So I'm trying to think of what my plan's going to be. I mean, really, I'm just trying to get a pickaxe so that I can start digging and get my mine going. Once we've got some additional cassiterite, and we can make kind of all the tools, then I'll probably kind of start trying to make... Excellent. There we go. Very hot liquid. Over here. Put that there. Put that there. There's our ingot plan. Draw, bend, punch. Man, I forget. Draw, bend, punch. So let me see if I can get this right. Draw, bend, upset, draw, bend, punch. Perfect. I've gotten actually pretty good at that. It's getting that bend punch. You got to be, the draw has to be just like just outside. You get the bend right in there, and then you're good. So that is a perfect pickaxe head. Now I'm super excited. Okay, what do we do next? I need some torches. Let's just make a few of those real quick. Probably just half a dozen, and then we'll come back to that later. Go ahead and put some stuff away here. So dirt, well, that doesn't go in there. We can go ahead and load this up though. An interesting thing is that you still can only put 12 per, or yeah, you can only put 16 per, which is interesting because I kind of thought it would allow you to put 12 since they stack 12 here, but no such luck. That's probably good. Probably should get some more food going, although I'm doing pretty good on food. And pickaxe. Let's see. This is gonna. So now there's no more. So he was trying to get people to stop. Let's see. I want to put up a support. And I feel like maybe right there is the place to do it. Let's try this. He was trying to get people to stop using the wooden or the stone pickaxe anyway. So I think really he's going to be kind of he's where he wanted to be. Doesn't have to worry about people doing that anymore. So that'll be, I'm pretty sure that makes him happy. If you remember, that was the reason that he buffed the stone, made it harder, was so that you would have to have a stone pickaxe to get anything done. So okay, this is good. Let me do this. I think I was gonna say it might be interesting for you guys to stick around and watch me do this mining, but I don't know that will be the case. Let me get just kind of at least into the basics here. Let me get into the wall a little bit, start the mine, and I'll come back and show you as soon as I hit anything. I should probably look. So let's see. That is that granite? Let's see. I need to get rid of some of this stuff so I can tell. So let's do this. Let's just get rid of all of the rock that we have on us. What is this? Excellent. What is this? This, maybe? There we go. That looks like granite, right? That is granite. So that's going to be where our casterite is. This there we go, is mudstone, and I think possibly you find bismuth in mudstone. Let me verify that. I'll be right back. All right, well, it actually says that you find bismuth in granite and sedimentary layers, so I think mudstone is a sedimentary layer, and obviously we have granite here, so I don't know. We may just find it here. Although when I went to mudstone specifically, it did not say that you found bismuthnite, but that wiki is so woefully out of date that it just doesn't really pay to spend too much effort listening to it. I think it used to say that granite was the only place that you could find cast, but I don't think casterite is only found in granite now. I think you can definitely find that other places. So I'm going to go finish this up. I love having granite. It's my favorite rock. It's my favorite look. Well, none of these are actually granite, but regardless, it is my favorite look. I probably better put a piece of dirt up there so I don't get snuck up on and killed. Get rid of a bunch of this stuff for now. Probably better put at least a torch up in here. More than likely a couple would be a good idea. Let's not put it there. Let's see. There we go. That's probably good enough for now. I will dig my little heart out until I get back. Shale. Did I just pick up shale, or was that already? I think it was already on my. Oh, because this was shale, or yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'll be back. All right, guys, back for just a second. I wanted to just kind of give you a little bit of my thought process. Right now, I'm trying to decide. I just realized a couple of things. One, this thing is holding up pretty well. I mean, I've already dug quite a bit, and it's got a little usage, but it's not going to hold up too long. What I've decided to do is basically do branch mining here, skip every 2, 3 high, and then I'll move down a little bit. I'm kind of, you can see I'm in a little bit of a corner, like I hit the mudstone again, and then going this way it starts back up with granite. So I could go either direction. I think I'm on the right track a little bit. I don't know how close. I was looking again on the changelog. I think my mic, sorry about that. I think my mic has been in the wrong position this whole time. I was looking on the changelog, and it didn't seem like, it didn't tell you very much, except for that there won't be ore on the surface unless there's a vein nearby and close to the surface. But what does close to the surface mean? It could be 20 blocks. It's hard for me to say since they don't give me any hint. So I was thinking, do I want to make a prospector's pick? I have enough sphalerite to make a zinc prospector's pick. You can't make a stone one anymore. And so that might really help things. And I'm tempted to just go for it because, I mean, the thing is, if I don't do it now, then I'll have to go find enough surface ore. See, this is me running back into a different type of stone now. And I just don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing. So, I mean, this is going to be just as hard now to find. It's going to be just as hard to find the actual ores, and I think a prospector's pick is almost a must. And these things just become so much more valuable now, since I can't just make a stone pick if I happen to ruin my metal pick. I mean, you start to think about mining differently. You start a little bit, well, me a lot more purposefully. I mean, I don't know that you guys have ever seen me branch mine in this game, so it's not something that I would normally do here. I would just kind of start flailing about with my prospector's pick, because I would have wooden ones and I would have wooden, or I mean not wooden, I would have stone picks, and that's what I would do. So yeah, I think I got to do it, because I just am afraid. I mean, I'm already almost a quarter through this thing, and I've only got 2 very shallow branch mines dug. So I don't think I can just guess. I don't think I can just assume that we're right at the surface. So I think what I'm going to do is break away. I'll make the decision, but I'm going to break away, and when I come back, you'll either see me making a zinc prospector's pick, or you will see me having run out of this and crying and having to make a pickaxe and try this again. So I'll decide. I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back, and I'm playing with fire, but I wanted to show you this. I found that, and that is bismuthinite full ore. So that is excellent. Yeah, I'm playing with fire because I'm gonna get killed. I already had a creeper incident, but yeah, that's really interesting. So I'm not sure how much is here. Doesn't look like a ton of it, but that's some. So I'm gonna try to get back to my hut, which is over there. I was actually smelting sphalerite. I went out and just started kind of doing some work. I've a lot of this small bismuthinite. Got a fair amount of cassiterite. Sphalerite has to get up 4 more stars in heat, or 3 more stars in heat to smelt. So that's a problem. It takes a lot longer. So what I might do is switch over to the cassiterite. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of show you that. So I'm going to do biz surface. Let's do this exposed mine. That's a valuable mine, because that'll get us some of the fancy bronze pretty quick. So we're not going to need. We go right through this canyon, I think, over on the other side of this to get back home without dying. Hopefully. Ooh, what was that? Probably sphalerite. Where is home? Down here. I'm a little sketched because it's easy to get killed right now. I got not enough hearts. There we go. Now we're home. And he is after me. Okay. So yeah, that's 3 right there, which actually maybe you get a little bit more out of the sphalerite. I'm going to keep going with the zinc because I think it's worth doing. So anyway, I will keep it up. I'm going to have to go get some more peat and whatnot. But anyway, I wanted to show you that. So that's full on bismuth, and this is the small bismuth. So that will be cool. we've got a bunch of that. We've got 2 stacks of the small, so that's probably enough to get us 1 block of bismuth, which we could use, the unshaped, and probably get 4 of the, I mean, I think we're doing good. So I'm going to keep going, and I'll be back and we'll decide what to do next. All right, guys, I'm back. Interesting tidbit. If it gets too hot here, it just goes away, up in smoke. And that happened while I was going through this process. This takes too long, and this gets too hot. And if you don't have anything there, it's supposed to just drop down. So this whole thing is broke. But I'm gonna start over with casterite anyway. I've got enough to do it, so I'm gonna do that, and I will be back shortly. All right, guys, I'm back real quick. You'll hear people talking in the background. Everybody's down here. That's fine. So I finished, and I got my casterite. I smelted it down. I got an ingot, and I didn't get a perfect one. It was pretty bad. I probably ended up, I started here and I had a punch, so I probably ended up like right here, which made a pretty crappy pickaxe head. It was like probably 3/4 full. But then when I used it to actually make the prospector's pickaxe, it was like, I couldn't tell if it was full or almost empty. And it ended up that I used it once and it broke. So I don't know if that's a bug or what's going on with that, but I'm going to go try to find some casterite kind of on the surface. I found a couple of places where I found a ton of it with rocks, and then what I'm going to do is come back and have at least 2 fire pits going. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that. I have no idea why that happened, but I'll come back and we'll try again. All right, guys, here we go again. We're just getting ready. I'm heating this back up. See if we can't make a better run at it this time. I'm going to get it to very hot and then take it over. I had a little bit of trouble last time when I was doing it. I had a lot of trouble getting to the workable, or it kept running out of the workable stage. So let's get the hammer in. There it is. So bend, draw, punch. Upset, upset, upset. Bend, draw, bend. And we're down below workable limit. This is exactly what happened. Where did I put it? Right there. And I was so close too, I think. So hopefully I can get this back up quickly. And we'll see. And everything falls out. It's just a huge pain. The whole process is a pain. We don't want it to get too hot, but it takes a while to heat up. I should probably be doing this over here where I've got the bellows, but that's okay. It's just a really fine line. And I don't see, maybe it said only on the bloomery where there was some sort of an alarm that would tell you when you were within 10% of the boiling point, because that would be helpful. Let's put a couple in here in case we have to do this again. I'm going to get up to very hot. This item has been worked. We have a bend, draw. I think we might be close. If we can just do a punch, we might be within striking distance. There we go, very hot. And then this is just a pain. And bend, draw, bend, draw, bend, draw, punch. Perfect, full. So it's almost, yeah, that was perfect. I kind of wish it wouldn't have been perfect, though, to be honest with you, because now I'm not going to know if the reason that I had, yeah, see, that one's a full pick. Okay. Well, we got to get good at that. That's very important. Take my peat back. Got a couple of torches in here. Those can burn out for now. And we should start looking for some stuff. Let me do this. Hold on one second. All right, guys, back. We're starting to run a little long, so I think what I'll do is we'll just kind of test out the waters here and then see where that takes us. So let's just start right here. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Traces of bismuthinite. Nothing of interest. medium sample of bismuthinite. So nothing of interest. Let's oh, it's night. Let's do this. Probably go to the surface and start this process. I mean, I could certainly just start putzing around in there. But maybe that mine isn't very... Huh. I might go over to that spot. Lots of cast spot. I found casterite at the end of this. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Huh. You would think with all of the casterite that I found around here, we would be hitting something. About over here. Because I know I found some up here, in fact. This might be more difficult than I had originally imagined. So we definitely found a bismuthinite vein down there in the mine. That is fine, except that we have surface biz, so that won't be that useful. Ooh, traces of cassiterite. Medium sample of cassiterite. That is a good sign. Let's dig here. Let's see what that does. So I was looking at a picture that somebody had drawn, basically about like how you use the prospecting pick, and especially with things like higher level veins of ore that could be scattered, it picks up. So let's say that just there was one block of ore. Well, let's say there was 10 blocks of ore, but there was just like one over there, one over there, one over there, one over there, all within the 25 by 25 area. It might say medium sample of cassiterite, but it would really only be one piece spread around. So if you were looking for a chunk in mining as if you were going to find a chunk, you would miss it. And the chances are you could mine a big, Swiss cheese into the side of the mountain and miss the cassiterite altogether. Okay, that is good news. So we keep going down and we got a very large sample, which is exactly what we need. So what we'll do is link these mines up in some way and have a bismuth mine and a casterite mine. That's assuming that it's as easy to find as I think. We've found a very large sample. I've not seen a very large sample that was that spread out, but there could be 2 or 3 medium samples that caused that kind of behavior. So I'm going to go down until it starts to say medium sample. Then I'm going to come back up and go off in a direction. That's kind of how I usually do this. We'll see if it pans out. I'll let you guys watch that. So what I usually do is just kind of keep going in a direction, even if it's kind of angled down, until it changes. And then I know that I'm missing out. And so then I'll pick another direction, like left or right or whatever. I'll kind of go back halfway until it starts changing. And then I'll try to zoom in or kind of triangulate that way. The problem is if it is a bunch of different veins spread out, that makes it a little more difficult. It doesn't quite work as well. So it seems, see, that was weird. I still don't understand how clicking on that block will say nothing of interest and that one will say a large sample. I haven't figured that out yet. It could be that I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, moving one block shouldn't find you a large sample versus nothing. I could understand a large sample versus something else. But who am I to disagree with the prospecting picks? So let's see. And then if I go a long ways in a direction and I still start to get that, it just always says very large sample, then I start to feel like it is just a bunch of smaller veins spread out like this. I mean, it says very large sample since we were basically a quarter of the way down here. So let's see what happens. I keep getting comments that you guys want more of the thought process and more of the mining and digging and building and thinking. So that's what you're getting. You're getting a lot of thinking. You'll finally get to see how little of that I actually do. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay, so that, now it's a large sample. So, man, this one is confusing. So, nothing, large sample, but not very large. So I think what I would do is kind of go back up here. Let's go to like this level here. There's still a very large sample right there. I'm just going to go off in this direction and see what I get. So I'll usually dig out 3, hit the Pro Pick, still get a very large sample, then I'll go ahead and go the rest of the way. And this really is the problem. I mean, we're going to be halfway through our prospecting pick and axe here in a minute, and we have not found anything yet. Although we are on to something. See, that is so weird. I don't understand that. It's got to be some sort of a glitch that allows it to say nothing of interest on one block and then very large sample on the block next to it. Medium sample. Medium sample. That's good. So that means to me that we're going the wrong way. At least since it said very large sample, there has to be a couple of medium samples or, you know, whatever spread out to make that so we're not probably, there's a very large. That Pro Pick is going to go quick. Very quick. I'm not sure what I'm going to do when it does. Let's see. Okay, that feels like maybe we're going in the right direction. So it could be that, yeah, a lot of times what it may just very well be that it's straight ahead and kind of into this mountain, because where are we at when are we kind of in a big mountain? Yeah, we are. So it could be up as much as it could be down. It certainly is somewhere in that vicinity. So let's just go this direction. I think we're getting close. I think we're at like 30-something minutes, so this probably, I should cut some of this out. We'll just give it another second here. See where we end up. Whoops, that wasn't what I wanted. Still a very large sample, so it's somewhere in this way, I would say. Let's go a little bit further and see, and then maybe we'll cut back in. That's the problem. What I really should do from this point, since I know it's a very large sample that way and down quite a bit, and all the way over there, I should probably start doing branch mining in through here. So really the Pro Pick is our biggest concern right now as to whether or not it is going to continue, or not the Pro Pick, the pick itself, the pickaxe. Okay, still very large sample. Let's do this. Let's start doing some branch mining. Because we can, I mean, if we kind of have zeroed in, the Pro Pick will definitely continue to help us, but we could live without it. We can't live without the pick. What I might do for starters is go 4 deep, like that, and then come over here, go 4 deep. I'm not exactly sure. This is me just making stuff up. Actually, let's go 3. Hit it with the pick. Okay. Okay. Totally making this up as I go. Let's see where this ends us. It's probably going to end us with... With no pick and no ore is what's going to happen. So I usually, well, not usually. I have in the past done something like this. And then when that doesn't reveal anything, I'll start actually moving in. I guess I could do the same thing in the other direction just to start. Let's just see. Really, I'm more interested in the readings. I'd like to see a reading change doing this. But I think there's enough of it around, enough small samples, which kind of makes sense given how many surface rocks we've... See, that just doesn't make any sense. How many surface rocks we picked up with cassiterite in them in a, you know, pretty decently dispersed area. So let me, man, there's some weird breaking. See, that one doesn't look like it's breaking at all, neither does that one. All right, well, I'm going to break away and do a little more something, and I'll be back when I find something. Okay, guys, I have hope that that right there is cassiterite, and it is. Okay, so what I did is I came back up. I was down here, went various directions, did the whole thing, went back and slept, came back up, and then I hit this with a medium and this with a large, and then I went up here and I got a very large, and so I just kept going in, and we got lucky because, let's see, and we're on top of it, which is going to be great for mining it. Yeah, I mean, see, that is really lucky. If I was one more up, which I was actually going to do right here, I would have been up there. I wouldn't have hit that. And let's see if I would have got anything. I don't think I would have. So really thin. I mean, now we're not sure yet what that means for us as far as where it goes. We have to see. So let's go ahead and check that out. But it certainly doesn't look like one of those very large veins that'll just spread. It may be a thin vein. That would be kind of crazy. One of those just like flat 2x2 high that spreads all over the place. Let's see what we got. I like to kind of mine around it and just get an idea of what we're looking at. It's certainly not big, but it's probably going to be enough to get us a few pieces. Oh, maybe this is exactly what it is. Maybe it's just spread out all over the place. But again, at least we'll get a little bit here. And enough to make it another, if we could get enough to get a little bit ahead of it to where we could get a couple of pickaxes. In fact, I'm probably going to stop, mine some of it, and use it here pretty soon because I want to repair the pickaxe that I have. But yeah, I mean, that's not a lot. Although it's definitely enough to get us some tools. So I think I'm going to, yeah, there we go. It'll be interesting to see where this vein snakes, but let's just grab some. I'll also be really interested to see what the new ore rendering is, or the ore, although maybe you have to have a, maybe you have to get yourself a bloomery before you see the new ore yields increase. Okay, so those are just full-on cassiterite. I've got 8, 9 of those. I've got 5 of the small, so that should be enough to get me another pick. Let's go do that. We'll come back. So this is officially Cass Mine entrance. Okay, and this will be an interesting process. You know what I wish is that you got your molds back when you made ingots. I don't know why you don't necessarily actually, but let's see. Get a little bit more clay anyway. I only have one piece, I think. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to go in. Well, you know what? Let's call it. I think we're really long, and that's a good high note to end on. So we've got a cassiterite mine. We've got a pretty decent sized bismuthinite mine. I've seen native copper. I think, didn't we mark a native copper? Yeah, it's a long way away. In fact, it's not that far, 700 meters away. So we can get ourselves native copper. I don't know that we can, I think we have to have some copper to use the bismuthinite to make the bronze, the bismuth bronze. But that'll get us up to a bronze anvil stage. And once we get to bronze, then we're rolling. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pickaxe. I'm going to see what this yields. And I'll probably do that at the beginning of the next video. See what we yield here. Get ourselves a pickaxe, another pickaxe, and probably a pro pick. And then go see if I can get a fair amount of that. I'll probably get another, I don't know, mine the rest of that little vein, see if I can find some other veins. Get a chisel, a knife. I want to get a knife because the sluice is back. I think I mentioned that, which I'm really excited about. But you can also just do, if we can find a river, we can just do some panning. And to make a bowl, we have to have a knife and a log now, so we don't just have the same recipe that we had before, which is cool, I think. So we'll do that. We'll get the stuff that we need to get panning going. We'll get a chisel so that we can get a forge or a bloomery, and we'll start to put together our sky forge. I'm not sure if this is going to be our home. I'll probably wander around and try to find, because I feel like we're going to have a little bit of a run without having to regen the world. I don't know how much, but we've updated twice since we started with this world, and haven't had to regen. So hopefully we'll have a little bit of a run, so it's worth putting some time into finding a good home. And I think I'll do that next time. So we'll get all the tools made. I'll try to get some casterite going, or I mean get some more casterite going out of that mine, and maybe even mine the rest of that bismuth, or a fair amount of it. Get the bloomery going, and then we'll see where that leaves us. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it. Follow me on Twitter, MinecraftOTB. Tell your friends, and I'll talk to you next time.